In a small, sunlit town in West Africa, there lived a boy named Tunde. He was known by everyone not because of greatness, but because of his ordinariness. Children his age were praised for their cleverness, their speed, their voices, or their strength. But Tunde was always the quiet one, the helper, the boy who carried baskets for his mother and fetched water for neighbors. Each day after school, he would sit by the roadside, watching other children play games, sing, or perform for the elders. They had something to show, something that made people clap and cheer. Tunde had nothing. Sometimes, when he walked through the village, he overheard whispers. "There goes Tunde," one woman sighed. "Ah, the boy who is good at errands but nothing else," another chuckled. The words pierced him like arrows, though he never replied. He only lowered his head and kept walking. As the year drew to a close, excitement filled the town. The festival of the new moon was approaching. It was the grandest celebration of the year, a time when dancers, singers, drummers, and storytellers would gather to honor their ancestors with music and joy. Colorful fabrics were hung between huts, palm leaves decorated doorways, and the smell of roasted yam and pepper soup filled the air. Children laughed as they rehearsed dances. Elders practiced their tales. The drummers polished their instruments. Tunde stood at the edge of the square, his heart aching. He wanted so badly to belong, to be part of the celebration. But what could he do? He had no talent to offer. That night, while the town prepared, Tunde sat quietly by the fire with his younger sister, Amara. His mother stirred a pot nearby, humming a soft tune. Amara tilted her head and asked, "Brother, why don't you join the festival rehearsals?" Tunde looked down. "Because I have nothing to give, Amara. I cannot sing like you or dance like Chike or tell stories like Grandpa." Amara smiled gently. "But you always help others. Maybe your gift is hidden. Maybe you just haven't found it yet." Tunde poked the fire with a stick, unsure how to answer. As he tapped, his fingers slipped into a rhythm on the wooden stool beside him. Tack-tack dum-dum tack. Amara's eyes widened. "Do that again." Tunde laughed nervously. "Do what?" "The sound you made. It was like the drum." She began to clap along. Tunde's heart skipped. He hadn't even noticed. Slowly he tapped again, this time more deliberately. The rhythm flowed naturally, as though it had been waiting inside him all along. The next morning, curiosity drove him to his grandfather's hut. Behind it, covered in dust, lay an old broken drum. The skin was torn at the edges, the wood faded with age. Yet when Tunde touched it, he felt something stir within him. Day after day he returned. He struck it softly at first, then louder, experimenting with patterns. Hours slipped away unnoticed. Soon neighbors gathered, drawn by the strange yet captivating beats. "Is that Tunde?" one man whispered in surprise. "The boy who had no talent?" a woman asked. "Listen to him," another marveled. For the first time, people looked at Tunde not with pity, but with wonder. When the festival day arrived, the chief drummer, impressed by the whispers he had heard, approached Tunde. "Young one," he said, "they tell me your hands speak. Will you join us tonight?" Tunde froze. His heart pounded. To play before the whole town. He wanted to say no. But deep inside something urged him forward. That night, as the moon rose and torches flickered, the festival began. Dancers twirled, singers raised their voices, and storytellers held the crowd spellbound. Then it was time for the drummers. Tunde sat among them, hands trembling. The chief gave a nod. Silence fell. He closed his eyes and struck the drum. Dum, dum. The rhythm burst forth like a river breaking free. It rose and fell, thundered and whispered, told stories words could not. Children clapped, women swayed, men stomped their feet. Elders lifted their heads in awe. The sound was not just music. It was Tunde's soul speaking for the very first time. When the last beat faded, the crowd erupted. Cheers, whistles, and cries of joy filled the air. Some had tears in their eyes. His mother pressed her hands to her chest, pride shining in her face. Amara ran to him and hugged him tightly. "I told you," she whispered. "Your gift was waiting." The chief drummer placed a hand on his shoulder. "From this day you are not just Tunde. You are Tunde the drummer. The boy whose hands carry the heartbeat of our people." That night, after the crowd dispersed and the fires dimmed, Tunde sat beneath the stars with the old drum in his lap. He gazed at the sky, smiling. "All this time," he whispered, "I thought I was nothing. But I was waiting to find myself." And from that day on, Tunde never doubted again. He had discovered his talent, and with it, his place in the world.